realistically, when we look at what happened through the pandemic, from there, that forced me down a route where I became incredibly inactive, because I couldn't do anything. But my intake of calories and type of foods that I was eating didn't change. I think I was probably susceptible to turn around and go down the diabetic route anyway. I've got a history of it in the family. So the potential was there anyway. So realistically, once I sat down and said, look, you can't walk away from it and say it's not there or bury your head in the sand. What are you going to do about it? And that was the start of it, coming to accept it. This is a fact, and you either turn around and avoid it. Nothing's going to change, or you effect change where you got a chance. And that was where I went from there. So the book really gave me the tools and the information to turn around and say, "Oh, that's interesting," and to follow the low carbohydrate method was another option. That really did give me the tools to turn around and identify the way forward. Followed on from that, the consultant gave me all the support I needed, because there were times where I found it difficult, really difficult, and challenging. As you make your journey through from there on, you learn what you can do and what you can't do, and you give and take. If you turn around and spike your glucose levels, you notice it. Notice it in either energy levels, mood, and contentment within yourself. Perhaps that's part of that is perhaps psychological. I don't know. But there are certain days when I think, yeah, you know what you've done, and you know why you feel the way you feel. What I've turned around and do, I still follow religiously, where I can, low carb. Much of my diabetes originally was linked with inactivity. From a very early lifestyle within the RAF, where I was incredibly active, to retiring from the RAF and making a change in my lifestyle. What am I going to do to retain my activity levels? Leading up to lockdown, where all of a sudden 4 walls were the answer. So what am I going to do? To get into this situation and being given the information that I was diabetic. So I then turned around, and that's where I started all my journey in the outdoor activities world, really. It really is a combination of things. It's knowledge and experience that I've built up over 3-4 years now. Trial and error of what happens and everything else. Some of it has been reliant on me doing something, waiting until I go back to the doctors for my annual checkup and saying, what's the results going to be? And I've gone to the doctor and said, I've only just come back from Nepal, or I've only just come back from Peru, where my diet has been crazy. Know what foods you can and you can't eat. And if you are going to turn around, if you are restricted by your diet because of where you are, just be aware of the quantity that you're eating, and take advantage of every opportunity. One of the big things which can be a challenge is fruit. Let's say you go away to the Mediterranean or the Bahamas or somewhere like that, and loads and loads of fruit, melons, apples, bananas, and everything else. You've got to be very careful. It's not a no-no by any standards of imagining. And don't get me wrong, whilst they have its challenges in respect of sugar content, the benefits of eating fruit are also there. So it swings and roundabouts. It comes down to the old thing: don't do too much of anything. It's everything in moderation, and it's the same while you're away. What you can't afford to do is end up going down to the fish and chip shop every night, or anything like that. And I appreciate that in this day and age where finances are challenging, to be able to turn around and always identify the best food that you can eat, it's not always possible. But what I would say is, where possible, capitalize on your opportunities. And that will help. It won't solve it, but it'll help. I've not found anywhere yet, from going abroad or eating in this country, where I've said, I can't go. Doctor rang me and said, this is the second year running now. As far as we're concerned, we are confident you have achieved putting the diabetes into remission. So that was confirmation, really, of it being worth the effort, and what I was doing was right. I am one in many that have proved it is possible. And there are, as I say, there are many others out there who will have a similar story, different style, in a different way, but the end result is exactly the same. You can do it. It requires commitment. It requires support, and that's where X-PERT Health come in. They will give you as an organisation. One of the reasons why I was interested in becoming an ambassador with X-PERT Health and everything else, the support that you and the team give to help people achieve what they could achieve is invaluable. And don't be deterred. It's not going to be easy. You've got to turn around and work at it. But with the correct attitude, the correct support which you've got, with the correct information, and that's probably as important as anything else, the information, because the false information out there is immense.